Live here because you know what? Why not? And let's see here where we're going. We are going to somewhere that nobody is going to see. So we're going to turn that off, turn that on. Okay. All right. So I am live on Nathan Hill's post of the day. Now, this is not the 344 show, so I should turn that off because, that's what a guy's got to do. All right. Hang on. I don't remember how. Okay, wait, hide that. There we go. Yeah, we're turning that off right now. All right, so Nathan, today, Nathan, brother, if you're here, I'm gonna go out and go do a little housekeeping. See if I can get any comment action rolling. Let's see here. Don't know how to do that. Oh wow. Oh, here we go. So we're gonna go over to chat. Hey, look at that. All right, I got Adam, I got Stavina. And you guys are here. It's awesome. So you know what? I'm a little rusty. I don't remember how to how to hook this stuff up. So let me know in the chat if either of you guys want to hook up and get on this live chat. We could talk all about Nathan Hill and what an awesome dude he is, because that dude is awesome. And yeah, so we're talking about how different ways that people get engagement, and some of the challenges that we have, especially when you have something that goes viral. Now, Nathan talks about the fact that he had 126,000 impressions. Steven, I'm just hanging out, man. Adam said go live, so baby, I got a button and I pushed it. I am just live because I can, and let's have fun, right? So any case, somebody tag Nathan, would you please, so that we can grab him, because I'm talking about his post, right? This post of the day that was just flipping out there, right? He's talking about brevity. He's talking about doing video, and he's talking about 126,000 impressions and another one at 93. Okay, so hi, Lauren. So the best one that I ever saw was in my world, the biggest number of impressions I ever got was like 19,000 or something. Maybe it was 20. I mean, like those are the kind of numbers I'm used to playing with. And yeah, so Nathan's like living in a parallel universe, because I mean, that you get a couple thousand, followers, and to be able to knock out 126,000 impressions. I don't even know what that is. Like I've never I've never had that. I mean, Nathan's engagement is so ridiculous right now. Like, you need to go and see what he's doing. And so he's doing some really cool stuff, right? So he has a sword in his office up on the wall, which is totally crazy. And if somebody wants to get in here that I know, a friend of mine, whatever, let me know. Shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to bring in, and we can talk. So yes, he's got a sword, and I don't know which, if I get my headphones or not. But in any case, so that's awesomeness, right? He's a storyteller, which is great. And he's really good at it. And so now he's gotten into this thing where he's giving tips, like on all of the technical stuff. And why not? Because nobody else on LinkedIn is doing it. And if you go out to YouTube, which is where I usually go to try to get tips and stuff, those guys are getting like, I don't know, a bajillion million flipping 50 billion views on their video tips. And I'm jealous. So like, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I'm working on. All right. So I follow this dude, Ben Johnson, and he's, he's doing this lighting stuff. Right. And like, I can't figure out how to do this. Right. It's really flipping. Like, this guy, he's a badass when it comes to getting this background light. I just got this white here. I got this fancy. Look at this thing. This is gonna kill you guys. Watch this. Okay, I got that thing. It's supposed to do that light up effect. It doesn't work. It's not powerful. And anyway, so Nathan is talking about that kind of stuff, right? Talking about like the lighting and the different types of um cameras that you can use. And he's got like 5 cameras or something. and he is talking about oh gosh, so and the mics that you have, and he's got like five of them, right? But the thing that's cool about Nathan is that he's living in the same world as we are, right? Like he doesn't have, I mean, he's got a pretty snazzy DSLR, but I mean, for the most part, the stuff that he has is like real world. Like it's not like this super high end, amazing craziness, like a YouTube creator does, right? So that world of YouTube creation and backgrounds and all that stuff just it's another level that I'm not seeing very many LinkedIn creators do. And Nathan is circling around that, and he's talking about it, and he's showing people how to do it, and it's great. And I think that that's a real reason why so much of his content is just off the charts. Now he's very modest and really just down home about like, oh, I just, but no, come on. I mean, he's got an angle here. So I am, excited to know him, and I had a lot of fun on this post today. And you know what? I was a little grumbly earlier. I actually had I had a post that I put up about newsletters. I deleted it, and it was too grumbly. I put it up. I don't know, around 4 o'clock today, Pacific time. Maybe some of you guys saw it or whatever, but but Daniel Knight jumped in and he said, dude, anytime you launch a newsletter, it's going to go out to all of your followers. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I was complaining about it. And then my good pal, Tara Trentham, she piped in and just said, I feel pretty bad about this. And I'm like, oh, we're not going to go down that path because I'm not here to make anybody feel bad. Right. I might whine a little bit here and there, but as soon as I get that kind of feedback, I'm done. And so I dumped it. It's gone. Go, Stavina, you can try to find it, but it's gonzo. So I really appreciate Daniel taking the time to put that out there. And same goes like this is like there's some good lessons here, right? Like Adam, back when I had my roadie, I had it reversed. Okay, and Adam's like, dude, your roadie, it sucks. Your audio's terrible. You need to do something about that. But that's, it's like, okay, Adam, bam, right? Fix your mic. Oh, yeah, your mic is not working. So it's, Stevina, I appreciate your feedback there, but Tara came in after I changed it. And she's the last person on earth that I want to, I don't want to do it. So yeah. So any case, where was I? Deleted post. So I'm here to tell you that if you've got something that's not awesome, that you feel like, oh man, I'm making people feel bad, I'm making my friends feel like crap. Yeah, we can band together as a united front of post deletionists, because there you go. You're not alone if you decide to delete a post. And this is the second one and not too long. So sometimes they suck. so Stavina, now the game on, right? I think I'm already on yours, Stavina. I gotta be. You guys are the best. Yeah, bro, come on, Adam. Let me get a link. I gotta get a link here. Okay, sorry, I can't think and do this stuff. Here we go. It's coming, buddy. It's coming. Boom. All right, hop in, buddy. That means I'm gonna have to figure out what audio I'm using. I don't even know. Okay. Hang on. So, all right, Adam, you got the link. You should be in business. Okay, so when you screen share, your mouse gets really confusing. Let's see here. Hang on. Where am I? Sorry for the delay, people. Technical challenge because I cannot do two things at the same time. All right, I'm waiting for Adam to join. I got my headphones on. I should be set up correctly. I hope. Yeah, should be hearing it. There's Lauren. It's just kind of casual. I haven't done a live stream in a while, and I am thrilled to do one now because I want to really badly launch this Nathan, you got it. I really badly want to watch this 344 show, and I'm rusty. The controls are rusty. I haven't been there in a while, and it's super fun. There's something about having everybody here. So I'm thinking, with the first product review of I don't know what these guys are doing, why they're taking so long. Maybe it's the delay or something. But anyway, the first product review, Beth Henkus today suggested this Kanban or Kaban something or other. I don't know what it was, but I'm thinking that might be the first one, because I put out my early morning post was about all the stuff I had to do today, right? Welcome to Monday. And so that and Beth was like, dude, how can you run your life? You're crazy. I don't know how you possibly do it. I got this tool for you. There's Nathan. Where is Adam? Hang on. My mouse is there it is. There we go. There he is. Hey, buddy. Nathan, we're here.
What's going on?
Nothing. You are. We're talking about you.
I know. I'm like, what is going on? I got to figure out what's happening here.
Adam. So Adam is in the comments. Adam's in the comments, and he's talking smack about MBT Studios and all this, and he's wearing his spangly jacket and whatnot. And I jump in and said, proudly supported by Hotness and Leisure Studios. At which point he says, "Man, you got to go live." Hey, I got a button for that. I got a button to go live, and I need to go live because I've not been going live, and I'm all about hey, we gotta do this thing, because what's everybody's advice? I mean, like, everybody on LinkedIn who has any advice about anything is always saying you just got to start, right? You just got to open the door and walk through it. So, Stavina, I can see your comments. I don't know what's going on, why nobody can see yours. I know what I'm going to do. I know. I got to think. I got to think. Look at this. Okay, so we're only going to
figure out. I'm trying to figure out my way around here. I'm trying to manage two screens. It's like
we're only going to get
overload.
We're only going to get two new comments. So if you want to, okay. So here's the deal. I love just getting that crust off of, like, how do you run these?
Oh, hey, Paul. I see Paul in there.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Oh, there we go. Adam is still black as night. There he is. NBT, NBT in the house.
What?
Look at that guy. Look at that guy with the Rode mic all set up. I'm loving it.
Rode Unite, users unite.
Oh, there we go. Stavina, you are now live. So you're the commenting person. So now these comments are going to roll through here. Now we're also streaming to YouTube. Believe it or not.
Sweet.
Yes.
Nice.
So we're gonna. That's a first official test. I have no idea if it's actually live. If somebody wants to roll out to the old Hotness and Leisure Studios YouTube channel, let me know. You should be able to, it should be rolling, because I don't have an admin, and if I know that if I try to go out there right now, I will be I'll probably break it hard. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stay put here on Nathan's awesome post of the day. We were talking about, because I bet how many impressions you got on that thing by now, Nathan?
I was going to say, let me swing over to it so I can give you the update from my end. Where is this post? What's the guy's name that did this?
Lauren, this is 100% spontaneous. Lauren, would you like to join us? Because I know you've started a new business, and I want to talk all about. I told you I was going to support you, and if I can't support you by bringing you on live right now, then I'm not doing a very good job. So Lauren, you are hereby invited until we're done. So here we go. All right. Bam. There is the invite link.
So Adam, that post is at 2,260 impressions right now. Which for me, that's like the high end of what I usually get. And it usually doesn't get there until like the next day. So that post is doing pretty good.
Okay, well, Lauren can't join us. Okay, so 2,200 impressions. That's fascinating, because your engagement would, well, you know what? That's actually pretty much in line, because if I go back and I look at a post of mine, let's just geek out for a minute.
Do it.
Let's geek out. Geek time. Okay. If I roll through, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, Lauren's cooking dinner. I hope dinner's good.
She's cooking dinner. All right, Stavina's got to go. She's getting that newsletter out. I got to get on that. Yeah, somebody get the jobs. What the? Okay, anytime I have to come up with something on the spot, I forget. It's the job. what the Stavina, name your newsletter before you leave.
Bridging the job gap.
Bridging the job gap. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you.
I got you, Stavina. Don't worry.
Oh, bridging the job
I knew you
gap.
brought me in here for something.
I couldn't breathe for a minute. I lost all my composure.
Well,
I feel so bad when that happens. God, I'm just aging myself. All right. Where was I? Okay, I was trying to find my posts, and we could compare impressions. All right, so the last time that I got, so you're at 82 reactions right now, which is pretty insane.
There are 148 comments, but I think like 50 of those don't count because it's a whole conversation about something ridiculous.
Okay.
I think we call that hype in the business, by the way.
Okay.
That's the technical term for that.
All right. So here we go. So impressions. All right. So I got yesterday, I posted, so this Sunday, I posted 90, the poll about, do you answer polls honestly? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I put a poll out there and I basically said, when I dig deep into my heart, I don't know if I ever always answer the posts honestly, right? I don't like, am I really real, or am I just trying to bullshit the system? And a bunch of people came in and said, well, I just push whatever and then I undo it to fix it. And then some people were like, I only answer honestly. And I'm like, hey, praise the Lord, right? Like, that's great. I appreciate that. But, to be really honest, if I'm digging deep into my darkest corner of my heart, I'm like, I know I want to get the answer right. I want to get the answer right. And so I posted about that. And so to our point here, that got 98 votes and 2,616 impressions. So very similar in terms of engagement to impression count. Now, the other one before that was on Saturday morning. I got 95 reactions and 2,581 impressions. That was a picture of balloons on my floor. And prior to that, now I thought the best post of my week was the Cheers theme song. Now, if you guys didn't see that, go look at the Cheers theme song, because that I thought was a moment of inspiration. I don't know. Were you down with the Cheers theme song? Did you get that?
Loved it.
Absolutely. I missed that one. I got to go. I saw you say something about it earlier and I got to go back and check it out.
I was trying to get some action on that thing because I really felt like it was inspired. and to be fair, I mean, the balloon one, okay, that was real. Like, I actually blew up all those balloons and we actually had a party with 7 15-year-old girls in my basement. And guess what? Nobody barfed, which was amazing. Nobody got, because that happens. I was telling, who was it? No, Samantha, Sam. She says, are you sure you're ready? Are you sure you're ready for to have this party? That many girls. I'm like, Sam, it's my 76th hosted parent birthday party. Yeah, because you had to do the math, right? I got a 23-year-old son, 20-year-old son, 18-year-old daughter, and a 15-year-old daughter. That adds up.
Wow.
Every single one of them, they've had a birthday party, right? And maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I might have missed one or two here and there. But it's a pile. Let's say it's at least 50. Right? There's a stack of birthday parties. So, I've been around the block, and barfing is a thing. Like, it's just a thing that kids do at overnight. So to have 7 girls with candy and just this smorgasbord of candy and soda pops and Little Caesars and ice cream and cupcakes, you name it, all the stuff. Balloons everywhere.
On standby.
Oh man, that was what I was scared about. Oh, but there was nothing. Nobody got sick. There was nobody got in any fights. Everybody was cool, and they all left. So, all right. So there's the last 3 or 4 posts. We got Cheers. Oh, so Cheers only got 57 reactions and 1,447 impressions. Now, one thing I should emphasize, and I do want to hear from this, you guys, because you both get really, hi Shri, how are you? Welcome. You both get really awesome engagement, by and large overall. And it's not everybody gets that, right? So that is, it's to live in a world where you actually get engagement on your posts is a relatively awesome place to live. And this comes actually from my heart, because I spent from October of 2019 to end of May 2022, just beating my head against the wall, trying to make stuff that I thought I liked and wanted to make. But guess what? Nobody ever cared. I get 1 like, 100 impressions. That was normal. Maybe 50, whatever, nothing, sometimes like 0, whatever. I mean, and now this whole thing has changed where you have so many people who are interested in what you have to say. We have to understand that this is sort of like, first world LinkedIn, if you will. I mean, it's crazy because it's not everybody's having this experience. We're not like, they can argue about, well, did you get a 1% reaction to follower ratio? Did you hit that goal? Nathan's sitting here at like 6. I mean, seriously, man. I did the math. You're on fire. Adam, you're not far behind. I mean, your stuff is on fire. I want to know how some of your face overlay videos and stuff did. How did those do?
The So Borings one, or
well, you did a few of them in there with the whole MBT thing, and then you slowed down because you went on. You had to go to corporate and do some stuff. But yeah, how did that series go?
Well, they did really well. Thank you. And I want to back up just real quick. I think Nathan and I came in roughly at the same time. Maybe Nathan, correct me if I'm wrong, but April, May, earlier this year. But we really had the advantage of building on the shoulders of folks like yourself and all the other people who've so generously shared, comment, engage, give more than you ask for, spend a lot of time on other people's posts, comment, build a network, et cetera. And I think we're the beneficiaries of that. So I think we can't gloss over that fact, because you can do the most amazing thing ever, and if you have 1 follower and you're not really participating with anyone else, then it's not going to get anywhere. But getting off my soapbox for a second, that series actually did really well, and I actually had an advantage of, when I was doing that, it was I was on holiday from work for a couple weeks, so I could not only post, but I could go and comment and engage on everybody else's stuff along the way. So they worked out really well. Plus, it was kind of fun. It was different. Just came on the heels of the Hotness Unleasher show. Again, thank you to you. So there's, I think, a lot of factors going on besides just the content itself necessarily. Well,
now,
look at that fine young man.
Look at that, man. I mean, that's pretty awesome, and I'm looking at you. Okay. So, you're right in there at like that 1% reaction rate right now. I can see that. And
yeah, don't look at more. That one died.
This one died. Well, no, I mean, your reaction rate was pretty solid. Okay. So let's talk about it. Literally died. I like it. That's good.
See what I did?
It takes me a minute. I'm slow. Bridging the job gap. Bridging the job gap.
You could do another meme about that post with the same picture.
Ooh, Adam waiting for the reactions.
Yeah. Where are my reactions? I died waiting. Oh, that's good. David
waiting for Kristen and Sam to show up.
Yeah. I got Kristen here, and I got David Cos here. Now, David and Kristen, I have seen you guys around a lot, but we haven't ever really hung out. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for coming in, because this was utterly spontaneous, completely unplanned. I will have no information, no analytics, nothing to show for this whatsoever, other than time spent and my chicken cooking in the Instapot. So there we go. Thank you, Kristen. All right. So you're still good. All right. So do you guys know, I want to put this theory out there and get your feedback, because I was talking about it with Nathan a little bit, and I've kind of been peppering it around with various people. And it's the idea about Maria, we're going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about engagement. So we're going to talk about I assert that an easy sort of, am I doing it right? Is something broken or not? Number is 1% reaction to follower count ratio, right? And I went out and I looked at a whole bunch of creators who I was perceiving were getting a lot of traffic and were doing really well and were super busy, or had big follower accounts or small follower accounts. And what I saw was that a lot of super duper like major guys with huge followings were running, like particularly if they were talking about sales and marketing. And I live in those worlds, right? So they were talking about those specific things. They consistently, they would be like around 0.3, 0.4%. And by that, I mean, like, okay, you add up your number of followers. So in your case, Adam, you have 3,529 right now. And you say, am I getting at least 35 reactions? And the reason I say reactions, I think my theory or my opinion is that that's the thing that you can't game, right? Unless you have like 5 business pages, then you could do one for each of your business pages, right? But that's an individual person who has reacted to that somehow, and with a thumb or a whatever, right? It's like they have stopped and done something. And that's like a pure metric. Impressions can be all over the map, right? Like Nathan with your stuff, 198,000 or 200,000, whatever impressions, right?
Yeah.
And then you saw your engagement level go way down, right? And all that. So obviously that's awesome, but that and just in terms of like day after day, day in, day out, am I reaching my audience with content that they seem to like? 1%, right? That's like a good rule of thumb. And so that's what I'm trying to hit, right? I like the idea that you can, that is a real number. And so Adam, you're totally doing it. So I'm saying like, hey man, if you get more than 30, 35, 40 reactions, which you are consistently doing, then I think you're on track, right? I would argue completely that you're 100% on track. Now you can go way higher like Nathan, right? Like, I mean, Nathan's all, I mean, dude, I get it. You're humble, but at the same time, it's, you're knocking out of the park with your audience. If your audience is 2,200 and 2, 3, 5, 10% of them are engaging, I mean, come on. I mean, that's a lot. It's relatively insane. Like, no, and I'm serious. Like everybody else that I've looked at, I mean, Neela Singh, she's amazing. If somebody could tag her, please let her know. She's like her whole strategy. She's awesome. Brian Segre, he kills it. Like his engagement is fantastic. And the like he and like Jay Alik, amazing. Teslim, amazing. And they're keeping in that sort of +1. I'm actually inviting a woman from Nigeria to come on the Hotness Unleashed show in February, Okoye Chinelo, who's also in that 2.5-3% engagement range, and off the charts, like insane. And you're up in that, and it is sustainable and it is doable. Emily Morale too, she's right in there. And yet there are others who aren't, right? And so I sort of set that like, okay, dopamine is part of this game. It is part of it. And I don't want to dismiss that entirely, as much as people want to say that it's not valuable. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that dopamine is a legit part of this game, or should we just let it go?
I mean, it's a very real part of the game. It's one of the things about social media. Like, you can't do this and not face the reality of that. Like, I'm not a scientist, so I can't explain the data, but I know that there's the data out there that talks about these things that happen in our brain, and it's real. You get these boosts from seeing that positive feedback, and it makes you want to come back for more. So I think we do a disservice to ourselves if we pretend like that's not a real part of the game. Mm-hmm. I do think in the same breath that we need to try and learn to kind of find ways to insulate ourselves from that, so that it's not controlling us too much. Like my wife and I always have these conversations. I'll come into the kitchen, I'll be like, oh, this post that I did today went this way or that way. And one day it's, oh man, I'm so excited. And one day it's, I'm so bummed. And she's like, man, LinkedIn is like a constant roller coaster with you. What's going on? So you got to find ways to try and kind of buffer that and keep it from being so up and down, because it can really jerk you all over the place.
Well, and to piggyback off that, Nathan, great point, is so the posts that you're looking at that you on my feed there that you just looked at, so those were in the weeks where I was on the road for work, mostly scheduled posts during the morning. Obviously, I'm working, so I'm not responding at all. Maybe at lunch I can respond a little bit, but most of those I wasn't even responding till 10, 12 hours later. So doing all the things you're not supposed to do.
Wow.
And to your point, Trevor, yeah, I would get back to the hotel, lay down and go check out my post for the day. And it would be, 20, 30 reactions, whatever, quickly comment back to everybody. But if you scroll back a little bit further, back to when I was on vacation, and now you're going to see those reactions and likes and comments way higher. And to your point about dopamine, yeah, I felt it for sure. Like, in the hotel room, laying there going, oh man, I really like that post, but it didn't really do as well as I normally do. So I think Nathan's exactly right. We got to pay attention to it. You gotta play the game, or else nobody sees your stuff. But at the same time, if you're controlled by it, then it becomes work. And who wants that?
Yeah, there's a balance here. There's a total balance here. I want to pick up here on Maria's comment here. And Maria, I wanted to speak to you directly about this, that it's that this magic that other folks are getting. There is magic. Okay. There is real magic. There are real friendships being made. There are real skills being built. There are risks being taken. And over time, those, I think, will inevitably result in that end result that you're looking for, right? You want to leverage the leads, you want to add some value, you want to get some revenue or a new position, right? That's true, and there's a lot of people speaking to that, and it's just a matter of investing the time to make it work. And everybody, like anybody who's getting traffic, that's basically what they're talking about, right? The people who are getting traffic are talking about how to do LinkedIn, like how do you get what they're getting. And functionally, I think that there's some value in meta, meta by being like talking about the thing, right? Not the Facebook. So I mean, like if you write a post about how to do LinkedIn, that's a meta post, right? And those kinds of posts do well, generally speaking. And so when we look at that, so that's where a lot of magic is being experienced. So if you're not talking about that, it might be harder, or at least hard to discern that okay, well, this audience is functionally, that's what they're interested in, right? They may not be as interested in whatever it is that you're doing. And Maria, I haven't looked you up, so I'm not quite sure what that is, but do you guys buy that? Do you buy that idea that,
Oh yeah, I do totally. I think that there are certain things on the platform that it's easier to grow with. I forget who it was. I think it might have been Tony Albrecht was talking once about on his podcast about that. If you're a copywriter and get on the platform, like you're going to grow pretty quickly. And that's partially a virtue of the fact that much as I love video, this is a text platform. It's about writing. Your posts, you need to be able to write well. So if you're someone who talks about writing and how to write well, you're going to get a lot of traction with your posts. You're going to draw a lot of attention. But if you're someone who talks about something more obscure, and I don't have a good example, but archaeology or whatever, right?
Demand generation.
Training.
All right. There you go. It's going to be harder. And I do think that in those cases, the engagement that you're going to get is going to come less naturally, and it's going to be more a function of how much you're putting into the platform, going back to kind of what Adam was saying earlier.
Yeah. I agree. So Maria, make sure that whatever it is that you want to talk about, that you're like that magic or whatever you want to experience there is relative to what everybody else is doing in that niche, right? What does that look like, and how can you kind of look to those models within that zone that you're talking about. So yeah, that's I think a big deal. And then we can talk sort of ad nauseum about the value of commenting, right? And not just leaving "Let's connect" or commenting for better reach. I mean, those are fine, I guess,
Great
if you
post.
want. But yeah, great post. Thank you.
I mean,
love this.
I will add to that though, because I love to harp on that, but I will add that I saw somebody do a post not long ago where they said that dropping by to say great post, if that's all you can do, is better than nothing, right? I mean, at least it does support the person's post. So
that's fair. I appreciate that.
But I don't think that's a little bit of both,
but it's not going to give you the magic.
Oh, true.
Right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
It might, you might get a notification, right? And you might not, depending on what day it is and whether LinkedIn is still giving notifications. I did notice I got a gigantic, I got a gigantic blast of notifications today, but yeah,
the
so
kid
we're
unit
gonna
left the office, so I got my chair back.
nice.
Nice. I don't want to derail, but thinking back to your previous comments, and I totally agree with Nathan and everything he was saying.
Sam's here.
Oh Lord, look out, everyone!
I don't know if we should invite her in or not. I might never get off this call, and I do have chicken in the Instant Pot. It's literally going to dry up into a into a crust. So okay, we're gonna stop this at 6:20. So Adam, you got 4 minutes. All right, warned. You are all warned. 6:20, we're done. PM my time. I'm on the West Coast. Yes, you got 4 minutes. Go.
So
go.
When I first started posting, oh crap. No, when I first started posting, Dan Manning, who, if you're not connected with Dan Manning, you should be. He is awesome. Talks about stories and is great at it. And he's a very generous, wonderful person. He talked a lot to me offline about being real and being authentic and letting your personality come out. And lots of people talk about that, right? You read that all the time on various posts. I didn't really know what that meant until more recently. And again, it was right around the time of the whole Hotness Unleasher, coming into your ecosphere here. But the more I've leaned into the silly side of me and the SPAC'd and these goofy, stupid AI pictures and the videos and all that stuff, the more the momentum has built. Mm-hmm. So I'm not suggesting that everybody go out and do videos and do all this stuff. That's just my thing. But find that you don't always have to talk like you're a college professor. I'm going to teach you about how to train now. When we look at adult learning styles, I mean, it's already dry to begin with because of the topic. It's dry because it's text-based. But find something that you're really passionate about and interject that into what you're talking about. And sometimes there's some trial and error to do that. So I guess I'm giving the trite advice: comment and be yourself and use your personality. But there's really something to be said for that. I mean, when Nathan started dropping his whole series on the Disney characters and the villains and all that, I mean, he was talking about some very serious topics that he could have presented as if he was giving a college lecture. Mm-hmm. But by dressing it up in those Disney characters, holy moly, that was fascinating. And everybody was like, oh my, it captured a lot of people's attention. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that can really, really, I think, add that magic that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was 4 minutes.
I 100% agree. And no, it wasn't. It was less than 2. So Nathan.
Oh, well, then I got 2 more minutes. Hold on.
Well, I'm going to give the floor to Nathan because, this is my show, damn it.
Lay down the rules, man. I do want to pick up, because since you were nice enough to bring up the villain series, which was a lot of fun and which I did a really deep dive on. I mean, that whole series, I was right up against the character limit on almost all of those posts, the ones that were text. And I was going for conversations. I wasn't going for reach. I knew that stuff wasn't going to go viral, whatever. That's fine. We had great conversations. And I learned just the other day, I was having a coffee chat with Aya, and she said that series is what got her to start commenting on posts because she thought it was so interesting that she wanted to say something about it. And I mean, that really touched me. That really meant a lot to me that I had created something that I thought was kind of a wild experimental thing, but that it really hit with people. So the lesson there, I think, is like, don't be afraid to take a chance on something, even if it seems like maybe it's a bit much, even if it seems like it's a little bit crazy. Like, you never know. Like, you'll find people that it'll work with, and those people will be your people.
And here we are, boys. We're here.
Yeah,
and
right.
Sam's there, and Stavina's here, Kristen's here.
Level
I mean,
21,
man,
Sam.
It's been a great. This has been fun. I haven't done this in a long time. Haven't gone live. I rarely. Never went spontaneously live. Maybe just by myself. So, with that, I want to thank you guys for just showing up, having fun with me, and kind of getting
Thanks.
that. I got that. I had to kind of step through some stuff just to kind of get going again, and I got obsessed with my silly light that doesn't work. So the 344 is going to go live. It's going to be a white background. We're going to have to get used to that. So, because my LED is just didn't do it. So I got more work to do there. But
oh man,
with that, I got chicken to eat and kids to take care of and a wife to love. So I am going to sign us off and say goodnight to you people. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Loved everybody.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.